Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Trisha Ramos. So, for today's discussion, I'm going to discuss Chapter 18, Love of Country. Country is the land and its people. Love of country is patriotism. It's a natural duty that one must love his country, which is the extension of oneself as a social being. It is in society where an individual finds his fulfillment as a person. Country is state and government. The word country refers to the land as determined by its territorial limits. This is what we mean when we refer to an island as being part of our country. When we think of the country as the land of our birth, we refer to it as fatherland or motherland. The word state refers to the land and the people living in there with its own culture, language, laws, and sovereign authority to rule independently of another state. A state is also called a nation from which the citizens derive from nationality. A nation, according to Father Horacio de la Cuesta, is a people of common political allegiance. The word government refers to the system of principles and laws as made practicable by a hierarchy of officials for purposes of attaining the common good. So the nature of the state. The state is defined as a perfect natural union of families established for the common temporal good under a definite government, according to Glenn 225. The state is a natural society because people have the natural inclination to live with their fellow men. A perfect society because it is complete itself and does not require a higher form of society to regulate its functions. It is a union families because it takes the family as its basic units and the members thereof as its citizens. Next, let's go to the supremacy of the citizens over the state. Citizen is above the state. True in a democratic state like ours. Even in exceptional situation that may at time arise, one can never justify any violation of the fundamental dignity of the human person or of the basic rights that safeguard this dignity. Legitimate concern for the security of a nation as demanded by the common good could lead to the temptation of subjugating to the state the human being and his or her dignity and rights. So what is politics? Politics derive from Greek polis, which is the organization of the city-state. In large sense, politics refers to the government, which is exercise of the authority and control over the affairs of the state and of the individual citizens, and when it is in limited sense, it refers to the process of choosing public officials and the promotion of political policies. So let's go to the democracy. Democracy is affirm the equality of a persons and provides for equal opportunities for participation in the affairs of the state, which respects the dignity of the human person and values the freedom of the individual above everything else. Political election. Participation in election is one of the basic rights of democracy, which is accomplished by a citizen either by running as a candidate for a public office and by going to the polls to vote. Political election is a significant exercise because it provides a citizen active participation in government. So in order to be truly democratic, the election process must be orderly, peaceful, and honest. So dirty politics. Dirty politics is mainly due of the conduct of our election. First, it gives opportunity to unqualified and opportunistic individuals to run for a public office. Second, it gives opportunity to the candidates to manipulate the minds of the voters through all sorts of gimmicky, including vote buying, false propaganda, and etc. And lastly, it promotes political dynasty, patronage, accumulation in exchange for contribution to the campaign fund, engage candidates in graft and corruption to recover their losses, and lastly, it leads to political killings and murder. Political education. Political education is not necessary not only to reform our electoral system but for us to advance forward as a nation. Such education should give the citizens a fundamental knowledge of their civil rights and duties. It should teach the constitution and traditions of our people in comparison with those other people in another culture, which should promote nationalism and patriotism. Thank you.